All right, people. So let's write about the second example. I'm going to read you the example. We are not going to write the exact example over here. Exact means like the scenario is going to be the same, but the way that we are going to explain the example is different. All right. So let's write the example. I'll read it to you, people. You can write it down. Right. So put example 2. We have written example 1 in this manner, right, last week, right? So likewise, I'm trying to get things done in the very same way, like this, right? So let's first write about the example, right? So yeah, example number 2. So under that, let's write the scenario like this. Yeah, say it like this. A logic gate, it's better I type the things, I guess. Hold on, paper. Yes, I'm going to type it over here, people, so you can copy it down. I hope you can see the letters clearly. Do you need me to make the font bigger?
No, sir.
It's okay, right? Okay, so you can copy it down. Yeah, Senetma, Sabini, it's better you write this. This is the example 2. No, no. Right. Let me know when you're done, people. Okay, one is done. How about others? Is there anyone who is still writing this? Okay, great. Seems everyone is done, right?
Daddy, I'm so sleepy. I want to sleep with you right now.
So, all right, everyone. So let's discuss this, right? So this is going to be the second example that we are going to discuss, right? So I hope everyone is done. So in the previous lesson, you can remember the way that we have discussed this, right? So first, what we have to do is determine inputs and outputs, their status, which indicates 1 and 0, right? So in the new example, what are the inputs? What are the outputs? Yes, people? What are going to be the inputs? And what are the outputs we have? Yes, everyone? Tell me about the inputs.
Sleep with you. Sleep with you. And I want to sleep with you. Can I sleep with you?
Yes, people. What are the inputs and what's going to be the output?
Blackboard.
Yes, Lamai. What is going to be your inputs and what is going to be your outputs? There are several inputs, but there is only one output. Yes. Any suggestions? People, you can hear me clearly, right? Lamai. Okay, okay. Right, yes, Lamai. Suggest me some inputs. Don't worry if it goes wrong or like if it's going to be a wrong answer. Just see what are the inputs and what controls the input like. Here, what they are trying to do is, yes, Udan, very good. Light sensor is going to be an input because light sensor will give the inputs regarding the light, right? So it will take light intensity. So light intensity will be low when it is dark and light intensity will be high when it is not dark, right? That means when you have daytime. Okay, light sensor is going to be a one output. What else? One input. What else? Yes, what's going to be the output, people? Which indicate like what, how the output is indicated. Yes, Udan. Now, yeah, you are like reaching there. Let's think about the question. So the circuit is working to do what? Yes, people. Circuit is working to do what? Yeah. So circuit is trying to light a bulb, right? Or like on the street light. Yes, Samashi. So that is going to be your output, right? So that is what you can see now, right? So that is going to be your output. So what's going to be the output? The street light. Street light is the output. And what controls the street light? Those are going to be the inputs. So if you read the scenario carefully, just see what controls the street light. Yes, that's right, Sanushi. There's a timer and there is a switch. And earlier, Udan says there is a sensor, right? So three inputs are there, right? So how we are going to recognize that? Now it says logic circuit is designed to on a street light. So this is the output. The purpose is on a street light. So how it says it is being on? In here it says manually by a switch. So that means light can be on manually by a switch. As well as over here it says street light will be automatically on or will be on automatically when light sensor indicates dark and when timer is on. Right? So there are three ways that we, not like three ways, there are three things which controls the street light. One, it's the switch. Right? And the other, it's the light sensor, right? And the other one is the timer. Everyone, are we clear with this? Lower the sound monitor. Can you go to the other one? Yes, people, are we clear with this?
They can understand me.
Yeah. Right. So we figure out what are the inputs, what are the outputs. Right? Right. Now we have to figure out what are the states. that these inputs and output can have, right? In which states this input and output can be there. Right. So what is the states of the street light? What are the states that it can have? Yes. Here goes the status. So straight line can be on, and the other state is it can be off. So on indicates by 1, off indicates by a 0. Likewise, what are the states for the switch? Yes, people. What are the states for the switch? Yes, Anushi. Same way, switch can be on, switch can be off. Right? Here, Utkarsh. So on indicates by 1, right? How we are going to figure that out? It says over here, switch is on, logic value 1 is indicated by it. Right? So on is 1, off is 0. How about the light sensor? What are the states that the light sensor has? Utkarsha, it's not from the on and off state. It has a different one. It's there in the scenario. Okay, Udan, day, night. If it's going to be more specific, see here it says clearly, light sensor indicate dark. That is what is given by the logical values here. Right? So we can take dark state as 0 because the question says so. So not dark indicates 1. Yes, people? Are we clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Right. So how about the states of the timer? What are the states for the timer? Yes, people? What do we have for the timer? Yes, Sudan, that's correct. Timer is on. It indicates by 1. And timer is off. It's indicated by 0. Right? So the first step is done. right? So what we are saying is determine inputs and outputs and their status, which indicates by 1 and 0. It's better I put the word by 1 and 0. Right, so we are done, and it's better we indicate some letters for these things. We need that. S is for switch, L is for light sensor, T is for timer. And street light I indicate as F. It doesn't matter which letter that you are going to take. It's only a matter of writing the expression. So it's better we have some unique values or unique letters for each and every input as well as the output. Right? So that means if the switch is indicated by S, 1 indicate S, 0 indicate S bar. 1 indicates L, 0 indicates L bar. 1 indicate T, 0 indicate T bar. Right here, the street light on indicate F, off indicate F bar. People, are we clear with what I'm doing? Everyone? Right. Then what we are going to do? So it says, describing relationship in between inputs and output. Right? So how we are going to do that? Now we know what are the inputs and we know what is the output. So let's describe the input. Describe the output, the relationship in between input and output. So how we are going to write it? We have to write it in simple terms. So we can say what? Timer is on. I'm sorry, not timer. Street light, neighbor. We have to say street light is on when switch is on or what? Light sensor indicate dark and timer indicates on. Right? Are we clear with this, people? How we have taken or how we have simplified the way that the street light is working? Okay. So now what are we going to do? So in the example, we go with something like this and we map it to the variables, right? So today we are going to do the same. We are going to map it to the variable. So how? So straight line means what? Straight line means F, right? So straight light is on, indicates by F. This is going to be F. When switch is on indicated by S. Or light sensor indicate dark. That means L bar, right? L bar. And timer is on. That means T. Yeah, Utkarsha, it's not like sensor is on, sensor is sensing the light intensity. So when the sensor sends less light, it indicates 1. It gives a signal 1. Right? Someone can interpret that giving the signal 1 is on the sensor. But the better way that you can explain is when the light intensity is low, sensor outputs 1.
Daddy, can you remove this?
Yes, Susu, come.
I'm sweating.
But Susu, if you are going to remove it, you have to be in the now the ILN applies coming. You can't stay without the immunity. Right. So people, are you clear with how I take these things over here? F, S, L bar and T. Yes, everyone, are you clear with how I take the variables regarding the situation? It will be easier for you to write the equation. So now we can write F. F is the output. So output is going to be equal for the input behaviors. So how our input is going to happen? Switch is on, that means S. Then we have to take this word O. So O. And then what? L bar. And this word and T. And since the light needs to on the light, L bar and T must happen together, right? The environment should be dark as well as timer should be on. So because of that, we can make brackets since those two needs to be happen together. So either you can on the street light just by on the switch, or else the sensors when the light sensor indicates dark and the timer indicates on, then it will on the bulb. So either this scenario alone or this scenario together will on the street light. Are we clear with that, people?
Clear, sir.
Right. So what we can say is, as the final equation, we can say F equals S plus L bar dot T. Right? So that's the next thing that we are going to do. So first we identify the inputs and outputs, and we get to know about their states with the variables accordingly. And we are writing the relationship in between inputs and outputs, which can be taken or like convert into a expression. Now, when you have the expression, you can simply draw the circuit. Right? So the third part is going to draw the circuit. Right? So now we have the our particular equation. So we are drawing the circuit for F equals S plus L bar dot T. So we are going to draw this. We take a line from S and we take, it's better we draw L bar first, since it's the way when we are going to in the methodical manner. So we take L and you put it through a NOT gate, so you'll be getting L bar, and then you take a line from T and you put it through the AND gate, which gives you L bar dot T, and then we only need to add the S. So S line right, it's an OR gate we need. So this will give you the output F. People, are we clear about this? Yes, everyone, are we clear with this? Right, okay. So now you can copy the example. So the next one that I'm going to give you, you have to do it by your own self. Right, let me know when you are done with copying. All right, one is done. I'm scrolling the screen little by little, so people who have done can finish the things. If you miss anything, just let me know. One is done. How about others? Anyone who is still writing? All right. So let's do a question, people. Right? Small question, something very similar to this. Right? So I'll type the question. So you can write it down and you can do and show me the output or the circuit. Right? You can send me a WhatsApp message. Right? So yeah, let's see how it's going to happen. Right? Here comes the question. Yes, people, you can write it down. This is the question. Everyone, are you clear about the question? Okay, so give it a try. I'll give you, 10 minutes and send me this circuit image via WhatsApp, right? So I can see, or you can yeah, it's better you send me a WhatsApp message, right? Don't put it on the group. Right, I'll give you 10 minutes. 4:27. I'm going to discuss this by 4:37. Yes, any early finishers? Not yet. People, do it slowly. Don't panic. Take your time. No worries. Yes, people? Any lucky of completing it? The time that I have given is over. Do you want extra time? Yes. Do you need any extra time? All right. So let's consider the question, right? I'm going to do it. So how it's going to happen? Now, first of all, we have to figure out what are the inputs and the outputs, right? So let's figure that out. Inputs on this side. I'm writing outputs on this side, right? So safety alarm, that's the output. Okay. I think Sanushi has sent me an answer. Yes, yes. Yes, that's correct. Very good, Sanushi. That is correct. Well done. Right, I've done some spelling mistake when I'm writing safety. Someone else has sent another answer. Let me see that as well. Who is this? This is Mihini. Yes, Mihini. Yes, you have done it well as well. Yeah, you have done it correctly. Correct. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Right, okay. So here come the safety alarm. Right, that is the output, and it is controlled by what? Seat belt, engine, and the door. Right, so they take inputs how? Seat belt, it should be two words, and engine, then the door, right? Okay, so what are the states? Seat belt is on or off, right? That means we have put on or not. Engine, it has on and off states as well. For door, it is open and close. Safety alarm, it is on and off. So how they have mentioned the things? So alarm will be on. It's indicated by 1. So on means 1. That means off indicates a 0. Seat belt is not on. Not on indicates by a 0, right? Not on indicates by a 0. So that means seat belt is off. It is 0. So on means 1. Engine. Engine is on. Indicates by 1. So this is 1. This is 0. Right? Door is open. Indicates by 1. So open indicates by 1. Close indicates by a 0. Right? And we can propose the variables. So seat belts are indicated from S. Engine I indicated from E. Door I indicated from D. Safety alarm I indicated as A. Now what are we going to do? It's like we are going to write the relationship in between the inputs and the output. Right? So it says safety alarm is on when they will be here so soon. They are going to be here soon.
Tabs.
Yes. Seat belt is not on while engine is on. Or door is open
Daddy, here's your cup.
when engine
Daddy, here's a cup.
is on. Thank you so. Right? So how we are going to match the variables? Safety alarm is on. That means A. Seat belt is not on. Seat belt is not on means this one, right? S bar. Engine is on. That means this. E. And door is open. It indicates by D. And there is another one, the engine is on again. So it is E. Yeah. So now we are going to write the relationship by using the variables. So safety alarm, that's the output. So I say A equals, so the input combination or the behavior of the input is going to written on the other side. when seat belt is on while engine is on. Right? So both should happen together. Seat belt is on while engine is on. So that means S bar and E. That happens together, right? O, door is open when engine is on. So that means D and E, which gives us the expression S bar dot E plus D dot E. Right, people? Are we clear with what I have done? Right. So now it's a matter of drawing the circuit. Right. So how are we going to do this? We need one. First, it's better we can concentrate on any bracket. So let's first create S bar. So I'll take S and put it through a NOT gate. So S bar is created over here. Then I take E, put into AND gate, which gives us S bar dot E. And I'm going to take D, I'll do a small trick to handle my diagram. I'll take E from here because I need the D dot E to be created. And I'll take D from here. And it is D dot E. So terms are being created. Now it's only a matter of sending it through an OR gate. So we will be getting the output A. Yes, are we clear with this? Everyone? And two of you have sent me the answers, which was very nicely done. Others, I hope you have done this correctly. Who has got this correctly? Can I have the raise hands? Okay. All right, 3 has done it very well. Okay, so others, it's time for you to copy down for any mistakes, right? And the people who have done this properly, they can leave the session. That's all I'm going to do it for today. So we are done with the fourth lesson. By next week, I'm going to start the new lesson. Right? So I'll keep the screen like this. I'll zoom out and keep the entire thing where you can see it properly. Right? So people who got mistakes, you can correct your mistakes. Others, you can leave the session, and we are going to start the new lesson by next week. Right? The fifth one. People, hold on. Before that, let's do a small paper. Since we have done all these things, right? So get ready to do a paper on next week. Right?
This lesson or what lessons?
yeah, we are going to do the questions will be there from the first four lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? So get ready for that. And yeah, we will be doing a small paper by next week. Then after we're going to start the new lesson. So not by next week, week after. Next week will be a small test, right? MCQs will be given, right? So get ready. So I will wait until you are done with the corrections. So others, you can leave. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a very nice weekend. Not a weekend, people. Have a very good night, right?
Yeah, sir. Same to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Right,
sir.
okay.
Same to you, sir. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you,
Right,
sir.
okay.
Goodbye.
Right, okay, people. Thank you very much.